Claims and counter-claims continue as the Israel-Hamas war rages on. Israel claims to have shown evidence to prove that Gaza hospitals are being used for Hamas's military activity.
However, Hamas denies these allegations. Now, in the latest, the Israeli military says it has uncovered a Hamas tunnel shaft and a vehicle with weapons at Gaza's largest hospital, the Al-Shifa hospital. It has since made the videos and photographs of the purported tunnel shaft and weapons public.
הרכב הזה היה בתוך הגראז' והוצאנו אותו החוצה. הרכב הזה הכניס את כל המרכיבים, כמו שאתם רואים, של פעילות פשיטה ב-7 לאוקטובר. יש כאן כמות מחסנית ענקית ועצומה, כמות רימונים, RPG, קלצ'ניקוב, אמצעי לחימה ואפילו אמצעים קרים. כל הדברים האלה הם מרכיבים שכבר ראינו בפשיטה ב-7 לאוקטובר, והרכב הזה זה רכב שהיה כאן, פה בתוך החולים שיפה.
The Israeli military also said that it found the body of a 65-year-old hostage, Yehudit Weiss, near the hospital. However, Israel's statement, it does not detail how or when the woman was killed.
Now, it read that the body had been identified by forensic examiners and the family had been informed. Meanwhile, Hamas has refuted Israel's claims of a command center and weapon storage depot inside the Al-Shifa hospital. A senior Hamas official said that Israel's military brought some of its own weapons and blamed Hamas for it.
All those weapons were not in Shifa. There is no center or control room for Hamas in this hospital. We avoid all the hospitals all the time. The Israelis, they have said that about Rantisi hospital and they were lying.
Meanwhile, more hospitals are allegedly under Israeli attack. A video shared by Palestine Red Crescent Society shows the Al-Quds hospital, the second biggest hospital in Gaza, being surrounded by heavy gunfire. Amidst this, patients had to be evacuated from the hospital. Israel claims that it approximately killed 21 militants at Al-Quds in return fire after militants shot from the hospital entrance.
Meanwhile, the Red Crescent also says that a violent attack is underway on Gaza's Al-Ali hospital. It alleges that Israeli tanks are laying siege to the hospital now.
An Indonesian hospital in Gaza has also been shut down. About 45 patients who urgently need surgery have been left in the reception area, as per the hospital chief.
On the other hand, the Israeli army has released footage showing its continued ground operation now.
The army on Thursday it released footage showing military activity in the Al-Shati camp in Gaza. Israel's army coordinated 54 precise strikes from the air, sea and land. The strikes, it says, killed Hamas militants and destroyed the infrastructure used by them.
Israel's defense minister says they have cleaned up the entire western part of the city after his forces made significant discoveries at Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital. While Israel's chief of general staff has said the army is close to destroying the military system that existed in the North Gaza Strip.
Meanwhile, UN agencies continue to condemn Israeli actions in Gaza. The head of the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees says there is new communication blackout in the enclave. He said he fears for civil order in the Gaza Strip and that people will die if the fuel does not come in.
The UN's World Food Programme has said that civilians in Gaza face starvation because food and water have become practically non-existent now, and the situation is extreme ahead of winters. The agency says it is impossible to meet current hunger needs with one operational border crossing.
Meanwhile, Israel's strongest ally, the United States, has also said the country needs to ensure protection for civilians as it looks to expand military operations in Gaza. It has also expressed concerns about American citizens in the West Bank being unable to transit through Israel.
U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has called on Israel to take urgent action to stop settler violence against Palestinians in the West Bank. He held a telephone call with Israeli Minister Benny Gantz and stressed the urgent need for affirmative steps to de-escalate tensions in the West Bank region.